Hey guys, thank you for tuning in today. My name is Rachel, and so I was sitting down today. Today is Sunday. I was kind of bored and couldn't come up with anything to do, so I actually thought it'd be fun to go through my collection and look through all of my subscription boxes and do a full face of products I've only received in my subscription boxes. So this should definitely be fun. So definitely please go ahead, subscribe, like, share with your friends. So I definitely appreciate it. So if you're interested in seeing what all of my box subscriptions has gifted me, of course I have to pay for it. Just stay tuned in, okay? All right, so y'all are actually going to see me kind of bare, starting off with no makeup at all. Like I washed my face earlier this morning, but right now I'll just kind of start off with a clean slate. I use my Benton tea tree like water, cleansing water. And so right now I am going to use something that I received this month, which is the No Pore Beam Pore Essence. So I thought that this would be a good thing to try because it was very hydrating but kind of watery. So I didn't know how this would do in terms of my makeup. If y'all see me look away from the camera, I have a mirror right here. But it's supposed to tighten the pores, and it has a flower abstract. A couple months ago, within one of my Boxycharms, they sent out this one right here, and you can see how much I love it because it was dang near empty. So their primer is amazing. So I definitely recommend this one, and I may end up buying it myself because I loved it so much. It kind of reminds me of all the things that I wish that Smashbox primers were, where it gave me a little bit of waxiness, but it was still hydrating at the same time. And this is definitely going on very hydrating. So just to give you an idea of all the boxes that I get the Boxycharm. I also get the Ipsy Glam Plus. I just recently upgraded to the Ipsy Glam Plus about 2 months ago. So I have 2 months of the different boxes there. Really have ended up loving that. And I also have the Sephora Play, and then I have the Allure. So in order of my faves, I think it actually goes probably Boxy, Ipsy, Allure, and then the Sephora Play. Sephora Play, you get small samples, but it's something I probably will never get rid of just because of the product quality. I am a little bit of a label whore, so I like the fact that I'm getting name brand products, that if I really like it, I can go in store and pick it up. So that's why I end up keeping that one a lot of times. But since I'm sitting here bad-mouthing my Sephora Play, this is actually a product I got in my Sephora Play, and I was actually really surprised at how good the color match is. So this here is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and they sent it to me in, doesn't have on here, but I'm pretty sure it's like spiced rum. I'll put it in the description box, but it's definitely a great match. So something I did not receive in a beauty box is actually my beauty blender. But the reason why I thought it would be okay to include this, because I do get foundation brushes from some of the subscription boxes, but I prefer the way that my makeup looks after using a blender. But how I even decided that I was going to spend $20 for a beauty blender is that in my Allure, they sent me the small beauty blender. And I really like the way that it just made my eyes look really natural after blending that. So I made the splurge to get the big blender, which I'm happy I did. So let's see here. And normally I would do a color corrector, try to help with some of my dark spots. But one thing that I can say about that, and you saw that probably would equate to 1 pump of actual product. And it does a pretty good job of covering up all of my dark spots. And then I try not to do too much. I try to make it look as natural as possible when I do my makeup. Like when I describe it to other people, I like to say that I do like a soft beat. Like it's not too much, but you can clearly tell I have on makeup, of course. Oh, and I haven't done my brows yet. I know a lot of people typically do their brows at the beginning or off camera. I have not perfected the eyebrow yet. and I actually prefer more of a natural eyebrow. So I have some products that I've received in different beauty boxes that I'm going to use for the brow. So I'll do that next, but it's not going to be a done brow. This is something I actually have not tried. It is the Mellow Beauty. I can't see if you can see that. The lights make it kind of hard. It's a Mellow, and I'll put everything that I'm using today in the description box, but it comes with a little spoolie, which is really cool. So I can kind of brush up my brows. And I just got them threaded yesterday, so it's nothing too crazy, but I'm not going to do a super duper fill-in. And actually, because if I wasn't doing a video specifically towards beauty boxes, I would usually use my Benefit, but so far this actually is not that bad. It kind of reminds me of, at least the way it feels, of the Anastasia Beverly Hills, especially because of how that is. It's like the actual definer from them as well. But ooh, just that little bit of application, it's already getting a little dull, so yeah. But definitely want to make sure that we're doing a natural brow. And this is in the color Chocolate, so it's actually not even like a black back, so I like that. And this is the Gimme Brow. This is one of those products that I swear every beauty box tries to throw in there. This is from Benefit, so it's a great product, but I've gotten this from my Sephora Play, and I've gotten this when I was doing the smaller Ipsies. So I have like 2 of these, so I've never actually had to buy it myself. It's always come, oh shoot, crap. Well, that's never really good. Let's see if we can make that work. A little clunky there. That also, I'll put in the description box what months each of these were in, because some of these I can remember when I got them, and some of them have been a while. Like this, I actually bought a Milk brow definer, so I use that the most often, but this is something I normally will throw in my purse, and one of like is one of my go-tos. Sometimes I have to do my makeup in my car if I'm like running late to work, so it comes in handy. All right, so something that I'm going to have to not use that came from a beauty box is the concealer. I never have gotten a concealer that color matches me, so this one is just gonna be what I have. And this is the Nars-Amande. And actually, if you notice, I only put a tiny amount of concealer. I actually got this from Wayne Goss because he always comments about how women want to bring it all down here and all up here. I do prefer to have just like a little bit and do blending out to kind of hit this area. But this is something that I got in my Allure a couple months ago. I think this was actually my first Allure. And I actually don't hear people talking about the Allure beauty boxes often, but I really like that one. Like I said, it's before my Sephora Play. The only reason that it's not higher up on the list, of course, is because it's not all full sizes, it's some full sizes. And that one, it's $15 a month. But I've gotten Sunday Riley, I've gotten Natasha Denona, I've gotten Beauty Blender. This month it hasn't come in yet, but I'm excited because they have a eye cream, which the first one I've gotten from them was a eye cream from, I think, any of my boxes or any of my boxes in a while that I've gotten eye cream, and it actually has vitamin C, so I'm excited to try that. I'm trying to think what I got last month that I was excited about. Normally there's one full-size product in there that I'm super excited to get. Matter of fact, I know there's a lips gloss that I got from them that I really like. I don't know if it's in here in this particular batch. But that's all. Oh, yep, actually it is here. So I may put this on. I have 2 different lip products, but this is a really, it's called Lauder. I've never heard of this brand. But I'm all about applicators when it comes to lip products, and I love this applicator. Perfectly can line all of this juiciness I have right here. So I love that. So just added the concealer. And I'm not going anywhere but to my couch, so I'm just doing a light little bead, something similar to what I would probably wear to work. And so let's see next. Next we have powder. And this is something that I've gotten in my Boxycharm. One of the YouTubers I watch, Andrea, she uses this all the time. And I've actually never used this product, but it's the only setting powder that I have gotten in a beauty box. I have to try it. Part of the reason I haven't tried it is just because it's kind of like this lighter color. And the powder that I'm into right now is either the Fenty in Butter, because it's like a yellow. And then also I use the Beauty Bakery in yellow. So I normally don't go for something translucent, but to keep it all box friendly, I'll do that. I'm not a big baker either. So just get that pressed in just to kind of set that powder. Make sure we're good. Do a press in. So I want my makeup to look like this may be my face. Got a couple little here's and there's, but I don't want to look like I am somebody else. And also when I'm doing my highlighting, I'm gonna do my forehead. And this is actually in the Fenty. I'm pretty sure this is probably $3.90. It is. And I like this because it's just a little bit lighter than the Amande by Nars. It's a little thicker. So if I have any blemishes on my forehead, it does a great coverage there. Because I don't like the Fenty underneath my eyes, but I do like the Fenty everywhere else. So I add a little to my lips, a little blend here. Start looking better a little later, but ooh. This is when I have the tribal look going. I probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. I still have a little bit of powder left. And typically this is how I do it. Put it in the lid. And one thing when it comes to a lot of the techniques that I use, my favorite YouTuber is Jackie, and she just came out with a video talking about that our foundation routine sucks. And I beg to differ. I think mine looks good. Thank you. Oh, let's keep it natural. But I love to get the techniques because there's a lot of different techniques that I've gotten from YouTubers like Jackie. She is definitely a pioneer when it comes to complexion and making sure that we're knowing how to set our makeup to last. So mine can last and be sitting my booty on the couch. So I have bronzers that I've received in some of the beauty boxes. One of them actually was from Morphe, but I could not find it. So what I settled on instead was this one from CoverFx. And yes, it is dirty, and that's because I use it. Thank you very much. So let me just open it up. That would be better. So in here, I love the blush. This highlighter I use a lot. This one, not so much. It's a little, wait, no, this is the one I use a lot. That one I don't use as much. And then the brightener, I haven't used the brightener. But overall, I just think that this is a really good set. So I'm going to actually use the contour as my bronzer. It's really red, but it's not typically something I would go to as my bronzer. But just looking through what I had, this would be the best option for me. I just definitely have to go in with a light hand. These brushes from Muda is also something I got in Boxycharm. But just adding a little dimension back to the face. But it's also a little powdery. So, kind of reduce some of that powderedness. Talked about this in my last video where I did my Boxy Luxe review, and I really like this Skin & Company the Truffle Therapy Illuminating Skin Refresh Mist setting powder. So ooh. Oh, I love the way that this smells. It is so refreshing. Something I get from Jackie is that when I spray on the powder, I like to just dab it in a little bit, kind of give it life. All right, so just looking at my face, kind of like it, but I definitely need a little bit more dimension. I think I'm gonna go back into this bronzer. Normally when it comes to bronzer, I've recently just started using the Fenty, trying to make it sound all Spanish, now she's with the Gucci people. But no, I use the Fenty Mama, you know which one I'm talking about. It's kind of red. So that's the one that everyone has been using, Mama whatever. And then before that, I was using the ColourPop, and they have one called Bits and Pieces that I really like. I hit pan on that, I like it so much. So that is another more affordable bronzer that I would highly recommend. And I think that it reminds me of the Mama whatever from Fenty because of how red it is. Because another one that I had before was the CoverGirl and like Ebony, but that discontinued. I ended up getting one from Amazon, but I'm just gonna hold on to that because I know I can't get it from stores, so I do use that one from time to time as well. I like to mix up the bronzers. I never thought we would get to the point where we could actually talk about black deep tone being able to have multiple bronzers. I just want them to start going like deeper and deeper because there's still women that are darker than me that need a bronzer. So now let's just see, you know, we all want to have a little glow to our face, a little etching to our face, a little cheek pop, you know. So it's nice to see that they are expanding the bronzers. So let me probably do my eyes next. Do my eyes before my cheeks because sometimes whatever I do on my eyes, it makes me change what I want to do on my cheeks. So I'll wait on the cheeks. Ah, crap, I just thought about something. So I'm gonna have to make this work. So what I'm actually going to do, and this is something I'm getting from the old jacket, is I'm gonna take my contour and I'm gonna use that as my base because the eyeshadow palette that I know that I'm about to use does not have a good transition color. And all I need is just a little something there to give me a base. I don't even know how I like that. Made it a little darker, but this black girl just gotta work with what we got. But actually, I know what I'm gonna do. So first, what I'm going to do is in my Boxycharm, I received this blush set a couple months ago. I'm actually going to take this color right here in the middle and use that as my transition. Got a little bit. This one was not heavily pigmented in the first place, but it's an okay blush palette. I've used it a couple times, but it was not something that I was highly impressed with. Just looking at the products I have right here, the things I've been most impressed with has been this Estee Lauder. This is a bomb foundation. This is something that I'll buy in full size. There's a couple more things in here. The CoverFx, this set right here, it's beautiful. This is something I would definitely recommend trying, especially this blush. That's bomb in here. And this Tetris, this is what I'm about to use. And I love these colors. I wore the pink the other day. That was in my last video what I had on. So I'm actually gonna try to do the purple today, just so I can be trying different things in this palette. Let's give the purple. So notice it didn't do very much to kind of deepen it, but we'll add to it, so we'll see there. Give a little something. The pink showed up very beautiful. But something I did do with the pink is I had on the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. That kind of helped it to pop. Like it's a very soft purple, or not soft purple, very plummy purple, but it's just, it takes, I think, a second to kind of build this up to get where I need to be. So this is probably an area where I will be speeding through just to make it a little bit quicker. But I like that. Let's see. Anything in here that can help? See, the only thing is that, okay, I have that purple, but now what do I use to build it up? So I would typically, oh, it didn't pick up like I would want it to. Let's try this. And if all else fails, use a little finger. I never understand that, why some of the colors, like when you try to use a brush, you go nowhere. As soon as you put a little finger on it, you get all that pigment. Like, look how beautiful that is. But the thing is, if it wouldn't blend, pick up, would it blend? I don't know where this eye look is going. I'm just working what I got in here to try some things out. Oh God. Maybe I should have picked a different eyeshadow palette. This is where we are. This is where we're going. We may be going to like a 1980s wrestling match. And I am not a makeup artist. I do this for fun and giggles. Oh man. I don't know how I feel about this. This is where I think people are like, oh, it started off looking beautiful when I put on one color and now it turned into a disaster. That is me right now. I don't know. Kind of coming together. Not exactly what I envisioned. Where would I go with this makeup? That's why I have to tell a story. Where would I be going when I'm wearing this? Am I going to like a night event with the boo? If I had a boo? Oh no. Kind of came together. I think I'll work with it. And actually I'm going to dip back into the CoverFx. I think I only have 2 brushes down here, so I'm just have to make it work. Just want to do a little highlighting. Just brushing off one of the brushes that I use to try to not pick up that purple anymore. So I throw a little inner corner highlight. Big yes. I'm just gonna go, just take it the full way. If I'm gonna do it, just might as well do it. Dipping back into the blush. Because that is not as pigmented, just like a very subtle look. And then once I put on my mascara, it should work. I like it, it's cute. It will work, I'll take it. All right, so let's go on to the next thing, which is mascara. Actually, I've been using these. I received this in my Sephora play, but it's a Lancome Lash Primer. So it's the official name is the CILS Booster XL Vitamin Infused Mascara Primer. Like, why do the names have to be so elaborate? All right, let me just use one of these mirrors a little closer. And I definitely see the difference when I use one of these primers versus when I don't. Because I would say I have like medium lashes where they're not like tiny, tiny, but little something in them would be extra. I should not cover up my face. I do not wear false lashes very often. There have been like special times like weddings where I've had a friend do them for me. But I kind of do the natural hair, natural eyes, don't wear fake nails. Nothing against it. If you do that, more power to you, because sometimes you will see me in here in a weave, but it's just not my personal taste on how I like my personal look. But yeah, definitely more power to the weave. I do rock that from time to time. So not trying to dig. But anyways, what we got next? So actually mascara. And this is another from Sephora Play. See, and that's why the Sephora Play, yes, there's our small samples, but the quality of the products is something that every single product in there I'm going to use, and I'm going to use it all until it's gone, or buy a full size once it's gone. So yeah, they're small, but it's the types of products I like the most I get out of the Sephora Play. So this one here is the Lash Craft Big Volume. I love the applicator on here. It actually reminds me of my favorite mascara, which I got in another Play, and then I will get a full size of it, is the Marc Jacobs. I think it's like Noir or something like that. But this is a volumizing mascara, and it's a great price. I love this. Why is it that you have to have your mouth open to properly apply mascara? I know it's not just me, but I always apply my mascara like this, like Oh. All right. So I have some Ipsy, some Boxycharm. Let's see, I think I should go in with another coat. One thing about mascara is one coat is never enough. I don't care if I have volumizer on or not. If I'm going to wear my real lashes, I need them to have as much volume as possible. And this, looking down as I apply, is something that's really helped me when it comes to the mascara. So I used to do it like up here, but if I have the mirror slightly tilted down, it will help it not to get onto the back of my eye over here, which it typically used to do. So that is my new tip, is to look down when I'm applying my mascara. So that way I can hit every single lash, because if I'm doing real lashes, I need them to pop. Cute, cute. All right. So, let me go ahead and do some blush. So last video, I showed this particular product, and I said I hated it. So I wanted to give it a try, because I'm always want to be open-minded to see if there's actually anything in here that I can use. So first, I'm actually going to apply a highlighter, and this one is a liquid highlighter that I got out of one of my Ipsy's, and it's called the Balm. It's like Bonnie Dew Manizer Liquid Bon Lou Manizers from a brand called the Balm. You know, a lot of times, especially when it comes to Ipsy, you'll get a lot of those indie brands, but this stuff is amazing. Like, I like it because it gives me a very subtle highlight. So I'll do like that, just like a couple. Then go in with the blender. So it gives me the glow without overdoing it. Like, you can see it's still pretty streaky. the application portion of it is not always the greatest. But once I get it blended, it looks gorge. Ugh. And I'm doing this for the video, but I would much rather to have a nice red bronzer. That's the only thing that's throwing me off. So I got most things on. So I think that we need to go ahead, put my mold back on. A mold that tends to go away as all the makeup comes on. And I did get this liquid liner from one of my Ipsys. It is called from Eco London. And it's a liquid liner, but I typically, because I have like little tiny eyes, I don't like to do too much lining on my eyes. I don't, if you notice, did not do any liner on there because then they get like really tiny. And so I kind of just like to let them do their own thing. Once I put on a heavy amount of mascara, that is enough for me and my taste. Just taking a look at everything. Came out pretty good, pretty good. Definitely more of a night look, but to finish it off, still need some blush. So I am going to give the deepest color in here a try. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna gift this to someone, but I wanted to give it a fair shot before I just like pass it on. So it's a very, no. It's a very no. It's a very no. Like no. I'm going to dip into the CoverFx. This actually has a beautiful blush. I can actually overdo it sometimes with this blush. But you see how much that just gives me more of a subtle glow. There's actually a little pigmentation there. So once again, go on a very light hand on everything. And I'm going to finish off. See, part of me wants to just finish off with this, which is a clear gloss. Well, I guess more of a nude gloss. That doesn't do much. All right, figure out something to, there we go. I actually wanted to try this because I showed it in my last video. It was the, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say Ciate, London. And I was talking about how I love the applicator on here. So I'm just gonna apply this. Like, look at that. The applicator on this. It is so precise. So I guess I'll take it. Like, I don't know if this look actually comes together. I don't think that the eyes go with this mouth. Let me try one other thing. I would give it for me to work on it, a little improvement, and for it to be all from boxes, so not something that I picked any of the colors. That's the only thing when it comes to a lot of the beauty boxes. They send you out what they send you out, so you kind of have to improvise, see if it's going to work, see if it's not going to work. You'll get things that are complete duds, like this piece of crap, or you'll get things that are complete loves, like this CoverFx, both from the same box. One is just super awesome, and one is just super crappy. They knew what color I was on both of these, and I got totally different results. But overall, I would say that a lot of great products have come out of this. I do like the way the pour feels. Of course, this is like a first impression look, so no telling. This, I will spray it again. I'm gonna run out of this stuff just from like misting my face when I do not have to. Let me just dot it. All right. And then also, just for fun, going to take the finishing powder, do a little buffing. It's still, Y'all tell me what you think. I definitely like the eyes. I don't think the lips quite match, but I really don't know what color lip I would have went for typically. Probably maybe, I don't know. Let me know your suggestions, but definitely appreciate you for sticking by. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, please drop those in the description box, and then also, or in the comment box. So please comment, like, share with your friends, and I appreciate you stopping by. Once again, my name is Rachel, and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.